Oof. I got a message. So, when you start moving and operating in your truth, your knowing, your inner understanding, okay? So, for example, your truth. You know what you've been through. You know your story. You know your past. You know your current situation. You know different players that have played their part in your life, people that have played roles in your life, people that are a part of your life. You know in reference to your storyline and the part you played in your storyline. Because right now, I feel like all of us in different ways are kind of waking up to the realization that there's been players in your life that have been playing a certain role in your life, and you're like, I don't know why I let them play that role in my life for this long. Now looking at it. And I think we all feel that in different ways, whether it's parents, whether it's siblings, whether it's friends, whether it's spouses, whether it's, your significant other, colleagues at work, companies you work for, whatever. Golly, we're all waking up to it. I mean, I'd imagine right now that there's probably people in all different branches of the military waking up to the fact that, like, wow, what have we served? Seriously. I bet you there's veterans, there's, disabled veterans, there's people that have fought in previous wars or war that are like, what the heck? I mean, we're all waking up to it in different ways. We just are. And it's one of those things, it sucks, but it is the truth. And it is your truth. There's like, I have my truth, you have your truth. My truth is not supposed to align with your truth. Your truth is not supposed to align with my truth. But when we both stand in truth somewhere along the way, we end up aligned because we're standing in truth. You can't bend truth. You can't finagle truth. You can't cut corners with truth. You can't hide the truth. You can't do these things. They're impossible. Now, do you have the ability to control the truth when it comes to the mechanics of the system, the 3-letter digits, the local law enforcement, the state enforcement, yeah. The politicians, yeah, absolutely. You have the ability to control these different things. When the news propaganda, the news media outlets, different ways in reference to the bots and the paid actors and the podcasts and the fear and everything like that. I mean, it can all be controlled in different ways. The truth can be controlled, but it still doesn't take away what the truth is. It doesn't. They can try to control it. They can try to get ahead of it. They can deflect, divert, manipulate, throw out more distractions, sleeper cells. I mean, they can do it all, but it still doesn't take away what the truth is. It doesn't take away the truth, because the truth is not something that was designed to be played with. It just wasn't. And see, somewhere along the way, in the last years upon years and decades, we became a world that decided to go ahead and start playing with truth. And so when we decided to start playing with truth, we started playing with reality in reference to just basic humanity and what's right and wrong, good versus evil, is when things got a little hairy. Things got a little bit hairy. And so it's kind of landed us where we're at, where things are kind of falling, things are kind of happening. There's a lot of unsettlingness. There's a lot of things coming out in the wash. There's a lot of darkness, where just a lot of people are waking up to wow, and it's one of those things. But when you start moving and operating in your truth, right? And I'm speaking on behalf of myself, okay? For me, when I started moving and operating my truth, meaning I know within my world, within my reality, what was happening was not right, and it didn't make sense. Nothing of it made sense. Not one dang thing, right? And I couldn't make sense of that, and I had no understanding of why it was all happening. Why were these things happening? Why were these people acting this way? Why were these situations occurring constantly? Why were these illusions happening? Why were these attacks happening, not only to myself, to my son? And so I started kind of seeing these things, and they'd been happening for a while, but I wasn't quite to a place of understanding it because I wasn't standing in my truth. I wasn't standing in my truth. And see, once I started standing in my truth, I could kind of slowly start taking control of these things and not allowing the world and the reality around me that was fake in many different ways control me, control my thoughts, control the way I thought, controlled what I knew had happened and what was happening, make me think otherwise. Make me think I was deserving of it, make me think that it was okay to be treated this way, make me think that me demanding respect while I treated people with respect wasn't a hard task. It wasn't something crazy to ask, like, hey, I treat you with respect, why can't you do the same? Like, there's not anything wrong with that methodical thinking. And so I think that for me personally, when I started waking up to these things and I started moving and operating in my truth, when I started going down in the deep, dark parts of me and figuring out things within my soul that I needed to fix, things that I needed to heal from, things that I needed to have an understanding within myself, not within anybody else, it was within myself, trying to get to the why, trying to get to the understanding of why I was letting it bother me, why I was giving it so much power in my life, why I was giving it so much energy in my life, why I was allowing it to bring me to a negative headspace, why I was allowing it to hurt me, why I was crying tears over tears over tears over something I had no idea, you know? And for me, in that part of my walk and that part of the dark part of it, in reference to the shadows and walking through, you know, the mountains and things of that nature, not figuratively, but in reference to just my mindset, God really helped me kind of give me the compassion and the empathy that I found myself in positions where I would freely give that to the world around me, but I wasn't receiving it. I wasn't receiving it. And if I was receiving it, it was half truths. It was half empathy. It was half compassion. It was disingenuine compassion. It was manipulated compassion. That's always a fun one. Manipulated compassion and empathy. That's where those backhanded compliments come in. And so it really kind of helped me grow a foundation in a relationship with God, in recognizing who God is and the role he plays in my life and the pedestal that I put him on. And that's all my free will that nobody can take away. Now, you're going to have people try to take it away because they want that position in your life. But that's up to you whether or not you give that, you know. It just is. That's the free will. That's the free choice that we all have. But for me, when I started moving and operating in my truth in that, it really just kind of helped me recognize that everything that has happened in my life up until this mere moment that I'm making this video, was divinely orchestrated by God, because I trust in the path that he has designed for me, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And recognizing the part that people have played in my life and the part that I've played in their life, recognizing that I'm not perfect, recognizing that they're not perfect, but it was also divinely orchestrated to where I landed at this mere moment in my life, and to where I learned everything that I have learned up until this point. And I learn every day, every minute of the day, the way that I have designed my mind to be, and recognize and understanding that everything is working for your greater good if you're open to seeing that, to learning that, to observing that, to not carrying an ego role within your life. There's no room for ego. Truthfully, your ego is just going to hold you back if you move and operate in your ego. There is a healthy ego to have. You have to have confidence, but you don't need to be conceited. You see, you don't put yourself above anybody. You put yourself equal to everybody. And that's where I think we get skewed. We get skewed. And see, when you start moving in that ego-like role where you put yourself here and you put people beneath you here, you're just kind of pulling yourself down, because there's just no room for that. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It doesn't matter where you sit and they sit, because we're all the same. What matters in that methodical thinking? How does that do anything good for you and that person by you thinking that? You're just holding yourself back from moving forward. And so